All right, welcome back. Here it is, calling the Audible for A&B. Let's dive into it, gentlemen. Division B. I asked this question off air, guys. We had some crazy games here for Division B. 3 upsets, 1 favorite to go through. So Bods lose to DTM by 6 points. 2HC loses to Victorial by 7 points. Mayhem lose to Spring Cleaning by 2 in overtime. Now the question is, gentlemen, is Sean Avram, quarterback for Bods, Alex Hollowak, quarterback for Mayhem. What was the choke job that was bigger? Was it Sean Avrams or was it Alex Hollowak?
Or Joey with that last second pick?
Well, it's Victor Real is a pretty
shots fired.
It's a 4-5 matchup.
But like if we're talking about like choke in the actual sense,
then yes.
Then yes.
Man, I like it. I like it. You brought in Joey instead of But I don't know. Sean.
3 NTs in the first half.
Sean played. So the game. It's the game of the week. So the game's out. Everybody can watch it. Everybody can have their own opinion. Sean played awful in the first half, but the way he was able to come back in the second half, to me, was very impressive. So it's not really a choke job if you're able to put up 27 in the second half and come down that close to at least tying in or winning it. There's something there that it's impressive to see that it was able to come back from a 21 deficit to tie the game and lose on the last play of the game. On the flip side, if you tell me who to pick between Sean and Hollowak, I'm gonna have to go with Hollowak.
And I said this when we walked into the studio before we started. Had Bods let drop the mic score, Queethy Gordon-Mull was basically running in a free touchdown, and they tackled him with 4 plays left at like the 1 yard line, and they almost got the stop. Right, it was
they won the last
game.
play.
Yeah. Had they let him score, they had to either block the extra point or, worst case, they get scored, and then they have 4 plays to drive the field, score, and potentially get the extra point to tie or win at that point.
So strategy was not employed properly.
Or it's just like in the heat of the moment you forget and.
So, but
at
why?
That level, like if you're playing Division A or B or 1 or 2, whatever, it's really hard to stop someone from the 1 yard line.
But
it's really hard.
I disagree with you. Like at that point, at that moment, Drop the Mic only scored 3 offensive touchdowns in 43 minutes. Bods' defense was playing well,
but they didn't make stops. They made stops halfway down the field, not in red zone.
Yeah, but they made stops.
But hold on, for those
on 3 or 4 plays. Like their call was right. They played well. It came down to 1 play at the end, and I think that Bods bid on their defense rather than their offense, and it's not necessarily.
Let's not forget though, Sean Avram threw 2 INTs intended for Alex Moreau, and unfortunately off of Moreau's hands and chest.
Yeah, but Moreau came back huge.
Yeah, he came back huge. And the thing was though, the one that was in the end zone could have been 6 points. Like this could have been different for Sean Avram, right? But I look at the Hollowak game and it's funny. Speaking to guys after the game, even during the game, they go, boy, it's another one and done for Hollowak. I go, yeah, it is. Like, great regular season quarterback. He'll put up video game NFL blitz numbers on you.
He was worried about spring cleaning.
And the reality was spring cleaning. And look, GM, I said to you off air, I go, look, you're not the most athletically gifted team like, say, DTM is, but the system you guys run with took out one side of the field and made Hollowak one tunnel vision.
The interception early on to Darnell Kevis-Riley, who made a great break on the ball to pick it off. From that point, Alex, you mentioned, had a little bit more tunnel vision towards Justin McLean and his side of the field, but I think that's also because
he took a beating
was
yesterday.
actively avoiding.
What was that?
McLean took a beating on Monday.
The referees, I won't talk a whole lot about it, but the referees really let that game get out of hand.
He's also reckless.
But he
goes up for those balls on purpose, knowing that he might get hit.
Well, he's like a kamikaze out there, right? Like he's just going to throw his body at anything. But
I like the dude, but at some point, like he knows he might get hurt and does it anyways.
Yeah, but I just okay. For example, the game goes into overtime.
Yes.
And so Hollowak throws a ball into the corner, and Justin McLean skies like 15 skyscrapers for the football. Comes down, Shenard is underneath him. Ball bounces off him, no call. They thought it should have been penalty because he kind of took his legs out a little bit. Perhaps he did, perhaps he didn't. And that kind of upset Mayhem, and I think that took them off their game because the next 2 drives they couldn't do much. and you guys capitalized on that.
So there were a couple things there. Also, it was entertaining to watch Justin McLean's dad do jumping jacks in the stands to try and distract Pat Chenard when we were doing our converts.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
But more to that is that it like, now that I think about it, like going back on it, it boggled my mind a little bit that with choice, Meta Mayhem chose to take the ball first.
You'd rather see,
because with that first stop,
yeah,
Pat Chenard decided to go for 2 and got it. So he had the confidence from stopping Meta Mayhem the
he had
first
the hammer
time,
at that point.
and then he went to go up 2 in that first convert, and I think that was huge, and there was no coming back from that.
That's bold. Yeah, that's bold.
But the opposite is also true, right? Like if Meta Mayhem start with the ball, score, and then stop spring cleaning, all the pressure is off him.
Yeah, but also the inverse, would Pat have gone for 2 if he would have started with the ball?
Likely not.
So he went with the momentum, confidence sort of thing. Panned out in the right way. I think Meta Mayhem wanted to put you guys in the unfavorable position to say, if we go for 1, we score it, then we put you guys back on your heels, and you have to keep up with us, which is what Meta Mayhem has been doing all season. Is they're the one that scores so much and keep up with Meta Mayhem's offense. They try to stick to their MO, and listen, it didn't come down. They came down to 1 play, it didn't work. But still, they only scored 31 in the whole game. They should have been able to put up more as a whole. It shouldn't have come down to overtime.
Division A, Monstars, Outsiders, no regard, Oceans 12. Outsiders win relatively easy over Monstars. I thought Rod match should look really...
Back-to-back games, Rod doesn't look good.
No, but the second game was after, right? So this is his first game.
Oh, back-to-back. I mean, week 10 and now. He
Okay,
played horrible against
right,
con
right.
artists.
Can I just give a quick shout out to Rod? Thank you. Now I have a cameraman for the finals. Hey, Ryan.
Rod match too?
No, Ryan Aridi.
Oh, Ryan Aridi. Okay, fair enough.
Also to Joey Taylor.
Yeah.
True.
I thought Rod looked pedestrian. Like, he didn't look himself flustered.
Back-to-back weeks, man. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know if he's hurt. Maybe there's something there. He's not playing as... What works really well for him is when he's able to beat the rusher, buy his time out of the pocket, and then find something on broken plays. That has not been available to him in recent weeks, and he's struggled.
Surprised by the fact that Simon Dajim is 1 game closer to paying for Lance Daniels Madden 19.
No. It was a great game, I heard. I wasn't there. Between the Hashtag and R and Oceans 12.
Yeah, it was a very good game.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Ryan Castner didn't throw a stupid interception and lost.
But I thought Ryan Castner didn't play his best.
His stat line is pretty good.
But and when I say that, I mean at the most important time of the game.
No converts, though. 6 touchdowns, no
but
converts.
Here's the thing. We talked about, and Eagle brought it up with Kwesi Gordon-Mall with the Div B game. So No Regard scored to go up by 3, I believe, or whatever it was, 2 at the time. And then next thing you know, next play, Rainmaker, or Ocean 12, I beg your pardon, scores. And that gave No Regard 5 plays to 4 plays to work with, and they scored. And it's like, obviously you score when you're given the opportunity, but in this case...
Yeah, but if there's 6 or 7 plays left, if you score too quickly...
But there was 5 plays left, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. But if there's 6 and they score, there's 5 for the other team, right?
Yeah.
You're putting your own touchdown on the line, because if they score back, and nullifies yours.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
If you give them too many plays, clock management's a real thing in FPF.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's talk about the semifinals, gentlemen. Underachievers, DTM, is this a complete mismatch?
No.
You
I
think
thought...
you think Underachievers have a chance to be... DTM have a chance to be Underachievers?
I think that they're of the remaining 4, the team most likely to.
Because they're equipped with the athletes across the board?
Yes. I think that, as spring cleaning, I would not have wanted to play at Underachievers, and I think the Victory Royale would have also struggled against Underachievers.
I think this is a Cinderella story for Drop the Mic. Not able to fill the roster all season long. Have a bunch of random guys show up and play, and now you're in the Final Four, potentially a trip to the finals on the line against Underachievers, who I've looked underachieving at times in the regular season.
But could these random guys actually come through now and win?
Oh, I think
Yes.
it's the playoffs. Their mentality switched completely. They destroyed the small campus. It was not even close. I think that Underachievers knew that, it's week 9, week 10, it doesn't matter, whatever, we're just here to have fun. And now it's serious. I think Drop the Mic has the potential to make this a very interesting game. We're gonna see on Tuesday how they fare. I'll be cheering for Drop the Mic because of the Cinderella story, but I would put my money on Underachievers.
What about Victory Royale here, going up against GM Spring Cleaning?
So the last time these two teams faced each other was week 2 or week 3.
Yeah,
and
that's a long time ago.
Yeah, and Victory Royale beat Spring Cleaning by 1 when Spring Cleaning were bad.
Very bad. We were making fun of you.
Yeah.
So I did for 11 weeks.
So both teams have I know that it's not fair to discount Victory Royale's growth since then as well, but Spring Cleaning are also not that same team.
Okay, so 2 different teams coming into this game here. Simon, I'll ask you because I know GM's a part of the game. Does this come down? Do you trust Pat Chenard as a playoff quarterback, or do you trust Phil Cutler at this point in the season?
I don't trust either. I think that Pat played well last week, so there's something there. Phil Cutler also played well last week, so there's also something there. I think that matchup-wise, Spring Cleaning is a more difficult matchup for... I think Spring Cleaning is an easier matchup for Phil Cutler style of offense than Mayhem was. Than 2HD was. Flip side, same thing for Pat Chenard. I think that Victory Royale is a tougher matchup than Mayhem. I don't think either quarterbacks are going to have a great night. I think they're both going to not play great. It's going to come down to can their defense sort of bail them out at times. It's going to be a 4-touchdown win game. Like a 25-18, 25-20 sort of game. It's going to be ugly.
GM, another look. He's like, all right, guys, man. Simon made fun of us.
Well, I mean, if you score 25 and you win, I mean, like, it doesn't take anything away. It takes nothing away from Spring Cleaning. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying I don't think that Pat Chenard is going to have a stellar game against this sort of defense. I think Phil Cutler has the potential to do it, but then there's nights where Phil Cutler just doesn't. I just don't understand what he's doing. So I think it's going to be an ugly game through and through.
Okay, here we go. Division A, Braves, Outsiders. If you recall, the Outsiders won in the last play against the Braves back in the middle part of the season. But the question is, gentlemen, is this. Yes, Eagle.
Just to point out, some of these players are going to be coming back from Indianapolis, eh? So they're going to be
Outsiders,
tired.
Braves too.
Braves and Outsiders. Both teams will be fatigued.
I know. That's why. Yeah.
All right, so we look, and that's what's a Tuesday game, not a Monday game. So we look at Outsiders who will not have Tony Lala suspended for 1 game for his choice words to a referee after his game on Monday.
Who would rather eject someone from the sidelines who is not playing in a game rather than call on either side blatant penalties.
Right. I mean, look, I'm still in the dark. I had players coming up to me about the situation at hand. I go, guys, I have no idea what the hell's going on. I'm just pressing numbers on this iPad right now.
I like how Mocon is so involved until he's asked something. Nope, not me. Not me.
I'm just pressing numbers here, boys.
Push buttons, bro.
Pressing buttons. Okay, so Braves.
Kevin Wyeth is messaging me that he can't find the podcast live right now. Can you message him?
That's too bad, Kevin Wyeth. All right.
Sorry, Kev.
So we look at Braves. We look at Outsiders. Does this make a difference? No Tony Lala? Or is this like whatever?
I'm sorry, Tony. I don't think
water
it
off
is.
duck's back.
So, like, on paper, I would give a similar answer to Simon. Sorry, Tony. But Tony to Kevin is a very important receiver. I would almost say that Tony is Kevin's Wes Welker. In the way that the routes he calls him on, Kevin knows where Tony will be at all times. He knows how he's going to run those routes. And compared to some of the other guys, like, he's a lot more reliable targets than some of the other outsiders who are more skilled. So I think that this hurts Kevin more than it hurts like the outsiders as a whole.
Okay, so for the Braves' perspective, they have played probably the best ball at times, but are they vulnerable with their defense? Because you look at a guy like Jared Taylor, as talented as he is, he's given up a lot of big plays, missed tackles. That opens up the gaps for bigger plays. Can the Braves' defense be exposed by Kevin Wyeth again?
If somebody could do it, it's Kevin Wyeth. I think the Braves' defense is much better than it has been in recent seasons, which speaks volume because they have always had a very good defense. I think this is a special Braves team if they have everybody. When they have Jerry Chevalier, when they have Sébastien Crézy, when they have Jared Taylor, Sébastien Simon,
yeah.
Marc Piercin, John Williams, Jean Tamayer. I think when all their pieces are there, this is a very special team. the problem with Braves has always been the same. Some guys miss games. They can't make it. They're not there. I think it's gonna come down to if they have their full roster or not. Their defense needs all 6 guys against a guy like Kevin White, but they know this. I don't think they're gonna come into this game thinking this is an easy wash. This might be the toughest games for Braves in the playoffs, but I also think they're not number 1 seed for no reason.
Okay, so can Jean Mayo outduel Kevin Wyeth? If it was throw for throw, we're going quarterback for quarterback.
If we're going quarterback for quarterback, no. But the Braves' defense is better than outsiders.
And that could be the difference.
Which gives
It
Jonathan
evens
Ayers
the playing field.
Yeah, exactly.
Con artist, no regard. Very confident teams we have here.
Yeah.
Madden on the line for Lance Daniel with Simon
Who's not even
Dajny.
playing.
GM asked this question. Is this con artist team on a mission with the cast assemble of players who come up short when it matters most?
Ayo.
Whether it's Paul Lapierre, Dan Lazara. We can go through the list of guys who've been deep in the playoffs but cannot finish off with the ring on their finger. So is this team on a mission to really close out the deal?
Yes. This is their season. The window is here. We talked about that there's no finest. So these 4 teams that are remaining in A, it's a crapshoot as to whoever's left who can take the championship. So I think that for con artists and for the guys on this squad, this may be the closest taste they have to an A championship right now. As we see Braves get stronger and stronger every season, Finest will likely be back in Div 1. And like this, for both con artists and #NR, like this is the season to win and boast about it.
So Corey Becker, is he the 4th best quarterback remaining in Div A? Behind
Yes.
Wyeth, Mayo, and Dan Lazara?
Yes.
What would you take him in a one-off? How would you rank him right now in a one-off? Like Wyeth will probably beat him. But
Wyatt's number 1.
Yeah.
But would you think he can beat Dan Lazara in a one-off right now?
Well, purely based on quarterbacks, Corey's the 4th. It's as simple as it gets.
So that's what it is. That like Dan is a better quarterback than Corey, but Corey uses the pieces around him better.
Oh, you know Lazara's gonna be pissed. Me, Roy, I see this guy GM. I owe are you serious?
We bonded. We were banging on the windows at Stad.
I saw you hooligans bang on the windows.
Yeah, so like we bonded in that sense, and like this is nothing that I won't tell to Dan's face, and that'll be the difference. Not only like there will be a time where not only will Dan be a better quarterback than he is now, even though he's a phenomenal quarterback, but once he really starts using the pieces around him properly and better than looking at the certain tendencies that Dan has, he can be the best quarterback in this league.
James O'Hain or Travis Moses, bigger game. And they both play 2 ways.
James O'Hain on offense, 2-way player, Travis Moses.
I disagree. I'll take James over Travis.
James what?
James over Travis.
Okay, so in every sense.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
'cause I was saying like on offense.
No,
James,
I think what James offensively, I agree with you. James is what he does. He's gonna do it better. Like Dan uses him better. Defensively, James' task as a middle guy, sort of tackling machine, fills that role really, really well. And for what he's been doing with con artists, I don't think there's a better suited player to do it.
But we look at no regard. They won the Div 2 winter title.
Yes.
We all know about the Miami escapades. Do you factor that as being a difference for them now because they know what it takes to win?
So
they knew what it took to win when they won in Div D.
Right, but that's not with that cast though. We're talking about the Corey Packers. We're talking about this core group, like because they had some lull years after that. Like they kind of had that us against the world mentality, and they kind of dropped a little bit.
So did Corey, right? Like he played Div A in Legends, and they made the final, and they were like vastly underpowered compared to Finest. I guess. Like I think it's safe to say that. If
But
they
is
lost
that
in
where
the
you
finals,
give
it would've been
Pecker the
Finest.
advantage over Dan, that he has that winter title experience, that championship winning pedigree in the last year?
I guess because it's a symbol of overcoming adversity and like thinking outside the box. Because we saw like when it works for Dan, it works really, really well. But it's hard to get out of that slump if he's down on himself and things aren't working.
To me, personally, this has nothing to do with the bet. I think that #NR has proven themselves as a strong Division A team already. Con Artist, we all thought Conardus was probably the best team in like coming into the season. They were a contender. They still need to prove themselves that they need to make the finals. They cannot lose this game to #NR.
Well,
To be a one and done in the playoffs in Division A is a big knock on what Conardus could be doing this season. Whereas #NR has proved themselves already by making this like the Final Four, in my opinion.
well, look at it right now. There are some very unique storylines for the final. If it's Conardus against Braves, remember
The
the Braves
rematch.
tormented Dan Lazare 2 winters ago or a year and a half ago.
Wyatt against NR is also very interesting.
Yeah, because they've always had that unique relationship with those two teams. Even Conardus against Outsiders, because Dan Lazare is 3-0 against Kevin Wyeth.
Mm-hmm.
And Braves play no regard. They've had some pretty good games themselves.
Yeah,
so
every possible final will be great.
which should be good. Exactly. It is now time for
The picks of the games
yes.
of the week.
And don't forget Fall Cup registration open. Don't forget to sign up. Begins September 4th.
Yep.
Labor Day Monday.
9 games. Not Labor Day Monday, is it?
Yes.
Who starts putting it on Labor Day Monday?
Somebody that lives upstairs.
Damn it, AJ.
Our Campana. I'm sorry. I mean, Rob C.
That's too obvious. Okay, here we go.
Also, ratings have been updated. So if you're too good, sucks to be you.
Fair.
Okay.
Thanks, Alex.
Braves Outsiders.
Braves Outsiders. I'm going to go with Braves.
I'm going Braves.
Give me Outsiders then.
I had the Braves playing in the finals anyway, so next.
Listen, I put money on Braves to win the finals.
Yeah.
You know.
Con artist. #NR.
You know my pick.
Who?
Say it.
Cons.
To me, there's no way Conardus loses the game. Also, the storyline of the rematch 2.0 is too good to not happen.
#NR.
Ooh.
Okay.
And then Div B. Underachievers drop the mic.
Underachievers.
Yeah.
Drop the mic.
Ooh.
And if you've noticed, I've picked every lower seed so far. And what's next?
Victory Royale spring cleaning.
But that doesn't mean it's going to happen, Jim.
I got spring cleaning going through. I really do.
I do
picked
not.
them last week.
I do not. I have Victory Royale making me look like a fool. They're making the finals.
And we know who GM's got. Victor Real. All right. Magic words, please.
It's playing. It's just slow.
Yeah, I know. Okay, it's buffering, right?
I don't really have final words.
It's buffering?
Did you ping Google?
I did.
I'm excited for Tuesday.
I am.
Are you there too?
We are there Tuesday.
Yeah. I think we're gonna have
By Tuesday, we'll wrap up. We'll have our finals lined up. And
Yep.
don't forget the road show will be Sunday, Monday. Because,
days.
again, someone upstairs, AJ, screwed up on the schedule.
Come on, AJ.
Magic words, please.
Good night. A whole bunch of teams which we're not going to list, but
Good night, Sean Avram
Good
and
luck,
Alex Hollowak.
good luck,
Mostly
Eagle,
Sean
tonight.
Avram, because Sean Avram, you've been mentioned every podcast this year. Good night. We'll see you when you choke again in the FPF regular season.
Good luck. Good luck in an hour, Eagle. You're literally
Thanks.
playing in 60 minutes. Good luck.
Thanks. I got to drive with Mokan all the way to Brossard.
I feel bad for you. But Mokan has to go scorekeeper for 1 hour, so
Yeah,
I
know.
feel worse
You
for
gotta
him.
drive back
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. I got to drive him there. I'm his chauffeur.
Who's
Yeah.
the B of FPF?
Who's the what?
The B of FPF?
The B of
I don't know what that
FPF?
means either. Don't worry.
There's no B in FPF.
Does he mean like the bitch?
Yeah, the bitch of FPF.
No, I'm the Uber Black.
No, you. The one that has to scorekeep 1 hour.
Oh, yeah, it's Mo.